It's me, Michael C., the source of life over the mic. My guests and I will share our stories and experiences. Now on the show today we have Miss Samantha Kellar. And we're going to talk about her teaching and what happened this school year, the ups and the downs, and a lot more. Sit back and relax. We got a good one for you. You already know what time it is. Let's go get 'em. Ha ha! We're back! We're back! You already know who it is. It's Michael C., the source of life over the mic. Sit back and relax, y'all. I got a good one. Teachers, I know it's one of those, we had one of those years. So you know what? I brought one of the best. I brought one from Melrose Elementary. Stand up. I brought a fourth grade teacher. She's bright, beautiful, and when it comes down to it, she gets down to business. I'm going to introduce to you my girl, Miss Samantha Kellar. Congratulations. What up, girl?
That's
Welcome
so
to the
nice
SkyBoxx.
of you. Thank you.
All right. Let's get right into it. All right. I want to ask you, how long have you been teaching?
I got my undergrad in 2019 and I started subbing then. So since 2019.
All right. So where'd you start?
Valley View Elementary School.
All right, Valley View, stand up, stand up. Where do you currently teach and what grade?
Melrose Elementary School and fourth grade.
All right, stand up. You already know what it is. Stand up, Mustang. What's the biggest challenge in this year?
This year there were many, but let me just focus on the main one, classroom management.
Classroom management. What could you do to make it better?
Oh, what could I do? I started off implementing many different systems at once. I had, a strikeout board. I had bouncy balls where when the students heard the balls hit the jar, they were like, oh, what team did that go to? What table did that go to? I had something called smile tickets where at the end of the week on Friday, whoever name got picked out of the jar, they got something from the prize bin. I had a secret student at the end of every day. They didn't know who it was. I think what I should have done beginning of the school year, stuck to one thing and went with that.
What part of teaching scares you the most?
Losing students academically. Just this past week and a half, we got our data back and I did pretty well. My students showed growth. There were 6 students who did not show growth, and that kind of, my heart sank when I saw it.
Saying that, I'm going to go into this next question because with your heart sinking like that, it sounds like a little self-doubt.
I felt like maybe, I lost them. Where didn't I meet their needs? Is it what I did? Is it what I had, at my disposal? Was it just the setup of students that I had where I wasn't able to meet my lower level students? Yeah, I could see self-doubt, definitely.
All right.
Reflection.
So do you have a story to share about a moment of self-doubt about teaching, about your teaching ability?
Oh, yes. And I remember it vividly. So beginning of the school year, I had more students than I have now that I ended with. And just the dynamic of students. You had loud, rambunctious, spunky. Then I had my quiet kiddos, and they just weren't clashing. Like, they just were not meshing. They were clashing. And it turned into, I'd walk in and I'm like, how do I get these students to focus? They're all in each other's business. They're not here for school. And there was a time where I went home and I said, what am I doing? Like, I need to call my mentor. I need to call my mom. I need to talk through this because this is the first time I was really stuck. And because I always did well. I don't want to talk and, hype myself up, but I always did well, especially in classroom management. So it was just a type of school coming into a more urban school district. Came in and I thought, I guess I don't know my students. And when I finally sat down and reflected and I talked to people, I understood, I don't need to have total control. And I let up.
So who are some of the mentors and the people that you talk to?
Caitlin,
Caitlin.
Isham.
Okay.
She is also a fourth grade teacher right down the hall. She's from the same hometown as I am. We're very close by, like, what, 20 minutes?
Which is?
Well, I'm from Wilkes-Barre, and she's from
Right.
Scranton, 20, 25 minutes.
Right.
So northeastern Pennsylvania, absolutely. NEPA. I remember getting her phone number sent to me, and it was the same area code, 570. And I'm like, oh my goodness, who is this girl? Do any of you know her? And I'm reaching out to people, and they're like, no, no, no. So I finally text her, and I just remember her sending me this huge paragraph. I'm like, oh God, okay, here we go. Like, is she weird? Like, what am I gonna do? So we get to communicating, and we hit it off. I was able to text her and be like, I am losing my mind. Help me. And she was just able to say to me, you're fine. Like, you're fine. Like, you don't get it your first year. This is just what it is. And
Don't smile. Don't smile. That's what we tell them. We tell all of them, don't smile. Oh, that's what you do, man. Them kids see that smile. That's like, damn, that's weakness.
Well, I'll tell you this. I first started off with the, oh, honey, let's make better choices. I think you can do better. And that worked for some kiddos. But then there's some that were like, what'd you just say to me? And just gave it right back. The complete opposite of what I was looking for. So when you say smile, I get that. I'm able to do that now towards the end of the school year. And I'll tell you, I eased up a lot. And I'm laughing and I'm smiling with them. But in the beginning of the school year, I shouldn't have led with the, oh, honey.
What do you feel it takes to be a great teacher in your eyes?
I just had this question asked to me on a summer job application. It's like the standard question on teaching applications. I'm not looking for a new job. It's just something for the summer, like a tutoring program. And they said, what 3 qualities is for, like, makes the perfect teacher? And I remember reflecting back when I first started applying for jobs, and I said the most cliche things: organization, punctuality, leadership, honesty, being able to reflect. And then I'm typing this one out the other night, and I'm like, okay, you definitely still need to be organized because it gets a little crazy. But you need to be able to accept the challenges and learn from them. You need to see the good in everything. Not everything's bad. You need to roll with the punches. So I put down there determination, because now, like, education is so, people are quitting left and right. So determination, resilience, and I put I forget what I put.
Right. All right. What memory will you take from this year?
This year, I will take, I saw the really tough side of my students, but I also saw the soft side of them. And the things that they said, the things that they gave, presents, little notes, those kind of things I'll take with me, because although I struggled, it still shows that I made a difference.
There you go. If you can give your scholar one thing to leave with this school year, what would it be?
There's so many things. Let me just think of a good one. Don't give up. School's going to be hard. We were virtual. It's not going to come easy. But apply yourself, take it home, practice at home, and come to school ready. Ask questions. Put yourself into it.
2 more questions, and then we can ride out.
I'm ready.
Where do you see yourself in 1 year? 5 years?
1 year, Melrose Elementary School, 3rd grade.
All right.
And at 1 year from now, hopefully, class is getting all the classroom incentives. We're starting the gifts. We're starting the memory yearbooks. We're starting, what are they called when you write out, like, a certain student wins this award? What are they called? Like, you get them in high school. Superlatives, yes, because I wrote those out for this year too, so I plan on doing it next year. That's where I see myself in 1 year.
All right.
5 years. What would that be? Oh, well, okay.
Add 5 to now.
I'm still gonna say, I was just thinking to myself in my life. I'm still gonna say Melrose.
Okay.
Because I like where I'm at. I like who I'm around. I like the kids. They're tough, but I love them. And they taught me more than I can ever imagine.
Absolutely.
So I still see myself at Melrose. I may see myself with a new certification in vision studies.
There you go.
Doing that in the summer. But I still see myself kind of where I am.
I'm going to talk about one more thing, and I'm going to hit a sad note.
Mm-hmm.
This just happened about a week ago in Texas. I want you to know, what is your feeling on that shooting that happened in the elementary school in Texas?
When I first heard about it, I thought, oh, another one. Really no feeling attached, oddly enough. Oh, another one. You know, I read up on the articles, watched live news feeds, but it wasn't until I got, I was scrolling on Facebook and I see actual articles and interviews from these students, and the one little girl's take on it. I thought, oh my goodness, because I've gone through trainings where you have to put the fire hose on the door hinge. You have to teach the students how to use their books to block them, how to throw pencils, where to hide. You're just going through those motions, but to have a personal account of it from a 4th grade student and what she had to do to save herself, it made me angry. It made me angry. And then I saw a lot of different quotes that resonated with me on Facebook that teachers posted, that, we're expected to carry and know how to protect these children, but we're not expected to change our curriculum when we want to, or those types of things in education. So I think right now I stand with that. I'm angry with it.
You feel like you're trapped between a rock and a hard space at this point, huh? As a teacher.
Absolutely.
Because it seems like they want you to be the parent, father or mother, but they don't want you to discipline the child. Don't get it. I'm not talking about putting hands on the child, but I'm talking about like just disciplining the child. But then when it's now at the days, you have parents that will just side with the kid.
Mm-hmm.
And it now puts the educator into a very tough position, because now you got to hope that your administration is strong enough to will stand up to whatever it is, which you're fortunate enough you do have.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Jamie Foster.
Yes, has my back. Absolutely.
Any shout outs?
Shout outs? May go to my students. All 19 of them, and 27 that I started with.
Any more?
No, I'm sticking with that.
All right.
They're the reason why I'm here.
Well, you already know what it is. Nico, you already know what it is, guy. Noel, my love, you already know what it is. But if you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns, hit me up at the number one, SkyBoxx at gmail.com. If you're on your favorite podcast or YouTube, all you have to do is search SkyBoxx. And remember, hit that like and subscribe button. It's only $3.99. If you're on IG, all you have to do is hit at SkyBoxx Pod. And if you're on Facebook, search me, Micheal C. or Micheal Curtis, Micheal Curtis. Again, I want to thank Miss Samantha Kellar for coming through the SkyBoxx and giving her all the insight that she had with her school year and a lot more. My name is Micheal C., the source of life over the mic. And also remember, be good to yourself, y'all.
One thing I learned from Miss Kellar was she cared about us a lot. She teaches us a lot of stuff. She gives us projects that we love. She gives us snacks.
Even though we don't deserve anything, she still lets us do stuff. When we treat her like everything else that we're not supposed to, she still gives us stuff. Like, she lets us watch YouTube even though we didn't deserve it. we were being loud in the hallway. That's why we got our recess taken away.
Kellar that she let us do work that we like to do, and she let us go on a magic math, and she let us watch Netflix when it's our free time, and she let us play quiet ball when it's our recess. Thank you for everything you've done.
I'm Micheal C, the source of life over the mic. And also remember, be good to yourself, y'all. Thanks for watching the SkyBoxx. And click one of these 3 videos that pertain to the SkyBoxx. And also remember, be good to yourself, y'all.